of the question was, why do you think it's so difficult for our refineries to work in spite of how much has been spent?
Yeah, I'll answer that question, but if you don't mind, let me just comment on that point as well. I think it's important to recognize, yes, that there have been bilateral agreements because energy flows. So when we take it, we can pass it. But I think the one that probably the person who asked the question, one thing I would say is, the broad question is, why do we continue to subsidize fuel when our borders are so open? Our fuel is 60% of what you'd find in Chad. Is, I think, 65% of what you find in Niger, the price here. So you subsidize here, your border is open. A guy picks up crude from here, he just takes it straight from Chad. I mean, it just makes sense. So it's exactly the same question. Why do we subsidize something here when, we have porous borders? So, probably something in the same context. But to your point, why do our refineries not work? Honestly, it's a very, I want to tread carefully here with regards to what I say.
Does this have to do with politics or something?
No, not politics at all. But I think, it's a big conundrum because if I just compare it, so, I mean, in 2021, we spent $1.5 billion on the turnaround of Port Harcourt Refinery. We're talking about it today. If you go back 5 years before that, we spent, several billions again. We've just had a refinery here. Yes, it's 19.5 billion, but there's something that's come from the ground up. Now we can see it producing 650,000 barrels per day capacity. So when you look at it, honestly, I'll just call it inefficiencies. And the only way to see that is when you look at what NNPC just released. We just had the first auditor report of NNPC a couple of weeks ago. In there, you see the assets that are performing and the ones that are not. And the ones that are not performing, believe it or not, are the ones that we spend the most on. Motor refineries, we spend so much money on them, all of them are redundant assets today.